Dobrodošli u novo izdanje emisije Oni vole Srbiju. Naša ekipa došla je do Kragujevca. Danas ćemo imati priliku da upoznamo Valika Dadvanija, vaterpolistu radničkog iz Kragujevca. Da ne gubimo vrijeme, idemo da ga upoznamo i da čujemo njegovu priču. I want to thank you so much for your time for this interview, and let's put something straight at the beginning. Your name, because I asked you before off camera, is Valiko the right way to pronounce your name? And you explain me the story behind your name. So would you mind please to explain to the audience?
Yes, first thank you for calling and for interesting. This is a little bit complicated about my name. My full name is Valiko, but no one is calling me Valiko. Let's say like this. I have in passport this. But it's very old name in Georgia. And because of some traditions my parents gave me because of my grandfather. But it's a really old name and no one is calling me that. So my name is like Vato, let's say like this.
Wow.
Nickname, or I don't know how to call it.
So how do you want me to call you?
Vato.
Vato. Vato.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, need to practice a little bit because it's not that easy actually.
Yeah, you need to be Georgian to understand why I don't like this Valiko, and then you will understand that it's not that nice.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I just understood that I need to call you Vato.
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. So I will keep that in mind. And let's talk about your beginnings at first, because now when you told me this, about this history behind your name, I'm sure that there are a lot of interesting things connected to your culture. But let's talk first about your beginnings in water polo. Why water polo?
It's also strange and complicated.
Everything is strange around here, right?
Really, everything is strange.
Okay.
It started a little bit strange because water polo came a little bit late in my life because I was 12 years old when I started to learn swimming.
Okay.
And for this sport it's too late. Before I was going really everywhere. I tried everything because my parents was so carefully about raising me, and they was trying to put me everywhere, and I didn't have any free time in my childhood.
Okay.
I was going on chess.
Okay.
On actor school.
Acting school?
Yes, acting school. I was there like 1 year, let's say like this. They took some Georgian movies for kids, like 2 movies I took.
Cool.
And plus I was going on judo, like 6 years I was there, and on Georgian traditional dancing. And this everything.
So wait, Georgian traditional dancing? What was that? How was called? I can't remember.
We have our traditional dancing culture. And I was going there, and everything this was happening together. So
wow.
I was going on this 4 together in the same time. It was 0 time for me. And water polo came to my life also strangely, let's say like this, because its story goes like this. My mother's best friend, and like she's like second mother for me, she told her to try water polo, that it's better for healthy and this and all like it. I didn't have any plan. I didn't knew it about water polo before I started. And from the first training, I was love with water polo, I remember, because on these other sports, I was going because of my parents. I was never wanted. Like, I was like going because they wanted, let's say like this. And this water polo was first sport which I like, and with what sport I was enjoying.
Yeah, was the first time that you felt a connection with something.
Yes.
But why? What attracted you so much? Was it the smell of the pool? I don't know. What attracted you?
Mostly I attracted with the ball and the goalkeeper. Like first training I had some shooting and this, and I enjoyed it a lot, and I wanted to go there more and more.
Cool. That's interesting, but actually it's very interesting and funny that you switched from acting school, dancing school, judo, very different things.
Yeah, from nowhere came water polo, from nowhere.
And okay, you started pretty late, but we can see the result. I mean, you're having a great career, great results so far. And when did you realize that water polo was starting to become something serious in your life?
From the beginning, I was in love, but when I was 15, I decided I wanted to play water polo, and it was the sport which I wanted to follow. Because they called me first time in national team when I was 15, and it was the big thing in my life. And this gave me a lot of, I was so happy with this, and with that I decided it was the sport I wanted to follow. And with professional thinking way, I started to think about water polo.
Mm-hmm. If we think about Serbia, here water polo is have a long tradition. We have this culture, but what is the situation in Georgia?
It's becoming more and more popular because their Dinamo Tbilisi, they are working amazing for this. With them, we received this opportunity, everyone Georgian players, to play on Champions League and on high-level tournaments. Without them, maybe even now I would be in Georgia, because it was impossible before them to even dream to play Champions League. But with them, how professional they started and they came to water polo history of Georgia, it was really crazy, and they did amazing job. Amazing job because even now they are helping water polo of Georgia to survive and to live, because there is no another teams, let's say like this, to be near to them.
Yeah.
With I don't know, their thinking way and everything, let's say like this. And this was the thing what helped me to came here, let's say like this. First, from Dinamo, I had the opportunity to go to Zagreb, and from Zagreb I came here.
Mm-hmm. Actually, we can say that even if before you didn't have a long tradition in water polo, you and your colleagues and the club in Georgia, they are starting to write new history. So they're doing a pretty good job.
Yes, water polo had a big history before, but then because of hard life and hard period of the Georgia history, water polo died, let's say like this. There was no clubs, no players. Few years it was stopped, and then they started step by step, and they bring these things till us, and now we are making new history, let's say like this, with national team results, and with that thing that we broke that thing that Georgian players couldn't go outside and play for big clubs.
Yeah.
Me and few other players, we started to change this.
Yeah, hopefully
Yes,
you started
thanks,
to change this, and you're doing amazing here, guys. But before talking about this part, you were mentioning that it was hard in one moment to live in Georgia. We know that it's a beautiful country with beautiful things, but was difficult at one moment. How do you recall your childhood?
My childhood was, let's say like this, amazing in Georgia, because I have a lot of good memories with my friends, with my family, of course, and especially I was only kid in my family, so I was growing up like a king, let's say like this, with joke, because everyone was trying to take care about me, and maybe I think they was doing even a little bit too much.
Okay.
Because I remember when I went to Zagreb, I started to live alone first time. I was learning from basics to doing life.
Laundry and these kind of things.
Yes.
Okay.
I remember honestly when I went there, after a few days, first call was like, mother, how to put on wash machine. It was the first call. And because of this, I think they was doing a little bit too much, but when you are only kid, this
You're a
thing
little
is
bit,
happening.
I'm an only child too, so I understand. Yeah, we're a little bit spoiled, but just a little bit, not in a bad way. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So you call it, so it was difficult. I can imagine the first time when you went abroad alone by yourself. Okay, the adaptation part. You had to change environment, to change country, do your laundry alone. So how was that transition?
It was the biggest problem.
Yeah, the laundry? Or the
Yes,
laundry?
I told you before that I was playing there with my Georgian teammate, Center Sandro Adeshvili, and this that we was playing together there helped me a lot to adapt on this new life routine, let's say like this. And especially I have a lot of good memories with him. Like even now when we are speaking with each other, we are remembering that moments from the Zagreb and this. So that part helped me a lot. that I was playing with my nationality player, let's say like this. Especially we are the best friends, and this is the plus what makes it easier, everything.
You know what I've noticed? Tell me if I'm right, or maybe I'm saying something that is not good, but I had the impression that especially in water polo, relationships are stronger, right?
Yes, I don't know what is the reason, but let's say like this, mostly it's good atmosphere in the teams. Players really likes each other. Like there is no another stories behind each other, you know, and everyone is acting what kind of persons they are in front of you, and nothing behind you. Especially here, I feel really amazing with my teammates. They are so friendly and always open to help you in whatever you need.
Yeah, talking about
Yes.
people, you were mentioning this
Yes,
before.
that's why these successes are coming, and without this, it's impossible.
If you agree, let's talk a little bit more about Radnički. It's your second season here. So I read an interview and I remember that you said that you wanted to come here because of the tradition, because of the water polo tradition, because of the club, and especially because of Coach Stevanovic. So tell us more about this.
I remember when I was in Zagreb, when Uroš Stevanovic called me, I remember I did my decision immediately because I wanted to try to work with him, and I was thinking with him I could make a big progress, let's say like this. And especially Serbian water polo have big history, big school, big traditions.
Yeah.
And I was enjoying to watch Radnički's water polo style, let's say like this. Especially we played against each other when I was in Dinamo, and I was really enjoying with their style. And because of this, I decided to came here because I think Serbian school is one of the best in water polo, and it's helping players a lot to improve their skills and everything. I improved here every component, let's say like this, in attacking, defense. So it worked very good in the end for me, I think, and I believe in this.
I would like to hear your opinion as a foreigner watching, Serbian water polo. You know that we have the generation that for 10 years had amazing results. So what do you think was their secret?
I think what I see here, their secret was their character and inspire what they have inside. This is a little bit different, I think, and it's giving them the point to win these Olympic champions and these things, because without that, I think it's impossible. And with this, they are different than others, let's say like this, and because of this, success is coming, I think.
After being here for
Yes,
2
2
years, do you think that you have this mindset too now?
I think I'm 2 years here because I have same mindset, let's say like this, because I think our Georgian people are same players, especially our fire is, I think, same, and this will and wish to win. I think our character is similar to each other.
You have a very okay. Let me make this example. When you said we have similar character, people from Serbia, people from Georgia are very, let's say, stubborn, but in a positive way. And I remember when was Regionalna Liga, you were playing with a broken finger. You need to be extremely stubborn and extremely competitive to do that. So
I told you everything is so strange around me.
yeah, definitely.
Imagine I was training a whole year for this tournament. I was ready to play, and from first defense, I remember it came from nowhere. I remember my teammate was swimming next to me, and I was just pushing normally center forward. And accidentally I kicked the leg, and I felt immediately something was wrong about my foot finger, but in water you can't check that easy, like what is happening about your finger. Every second is important. The game didn't stop, let's say like this. It was no goal for us, no goal for them. So I played one attack, one defense, and I remember they scored goal or something, and still I had something strange on my foot. And I remember when I checked, I remember my finger was totally right.
Oh my gosh.
Totally right, and I was like, change me a little bit.
It's hurting me now. It hurts me.
And especially imagine first time I broke something, and destiny decided that it was the right moment to happen.
Well, you were so like full of adrenaline that you didn't even notice that your foot finger was
Yes, but when I
broken.
went out, I had terrible pain.
Yeah, of course, when you went out of the water, but
Yes,
not in
yes.
the water.
Yes, in water, especially I couldn't stop because
Okay.
it would be goal or something. And I remember when I saw my finger, I told doctor to like put back, you know, and
Put my finger back.
Yes,
I want to
but-
play again.
Yes.
What?
because imagine 3 years I was dreaming about this trophy and this broken finger couldn't stop me, let's say like this. And then really I don't know how it was happening and what was happening. Still I don't believe that story. But it was really crazy. Imagine 3 years you are dreaming about something, you are preparing whole year so hard trainings,
Yeah.
you are doing everything, and then from the first moment it's happening. Because I was so mad, I was telling myself like why it's happening, you know, why now? And plus it was a little bit also funny for me because first time I broke something
Yeah.
and I didn't knew it what I needed to make, like what I needed to have reaction, you know? It was really a strange situation.
But I mean, man, you scored 4 goals at the final with a broken foot finger. So if it wouldn't that happen, you will score 10. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think in life everything is happening for some reason. So maybe it needed to be like this to broke finger and then this to happen.
Was a test maybe for you to see how much can you push yourself. Maybe let's look this in that way. Even if I think it was just maybe a little, you were a little bit unlucky,
I
but
don't
you
have
didn't give
another
up.
choice to look with another way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was crazy really because even now I can't move normally. I can't put my leg normally. But I don't know. In that moment I felt some power because I wanted to play for team, for players, and for us. Let's say like this. This gave me plus some power.
And how did you feel when you won, guys? The regional league.
I was so happy that we won this regional league because I thought the 3 years I wanted to win that, and especially this regional league is a big trophy in water polo, let's say like this. And when I was in Georgia, I couldn't even dream about this. So it was amazing feeling. And I remember, I don't remember exactly what I was doing when we jumped, you know, like I was crazy. Like I was full with emotions and it was really enjoyable. That these hard trainings, what we was doing as team paid in the end, and the most enjoyable was I was feeling we was playing like family, like one family, and I think it helped us to finish like this.
Yeah, maybe this is the key, that you are very close, you're a family. Not a team, but a family. And that's the most important thing, right? Because at the end of the day, okay, it's very good to be a good individual, but water polo is a team sport.
Yes, individual you can't do nothing. Without my team, I couldn't make that, for example, and everything is working together in this sport.
Cool. And what's the next step? So what would you like to achieve?
Next step, what I would like, and I'm sure everyone would like from the team, that we will attack all the trophies what is in front of us, and we will try now to make comeback, let's say like this, against Mladost at 24 April, and to go to finals of Link Cup.
You know, what I wanted to ask you, okay, in every sport we have a derby, and it's typical here in Serbia to have the derby between Zvezda and Partizan. But in water polo is different. I have the impression that the real derby is Radnički Novi Beograd. So how is playing this game?
These games always have some fire, like it's always more preparing for these games, and I think they are also same like this. They are preparing even more, like us, and especially this game was deciding everything. This game was deciding everything, let's say like this, because it was semi-final, and one of us needed to go in finals. From the beginning of the match, I had power, I had fire because of that we was playing against them, and it was that necessary to win. But this broken finger, I think, gave me some fire, I don't know, because I felt like I would make everything or nothing. And I think it was the crucial also what gave me this fire.
I mean, I don't know what to say, only respect, because playing with a broken finger, I mean, you use your body to play, you're an athlete, and not having the full, potential of your body is always something that it's not helping you, but you didn't give up. So I think that this is a very important message, because in sport, you can practice as much as you want, you can be talented as much as you want, but if you don't have the right mindset, you won't go far. So, and I think your example is a very good example, that mindset And mental thing is the most important thing, right?
Yeah, I believe in this. That mindset is very important, and I think that this Georgian character and this different blood did everything. But I believe in that moment. I believe in my every teammate that they would make same. How we wanted to win that trophy, I really believe that everyone would make same.
Georgian character. This is very interesting to me. Tell me more about the Georgian character. Okay, we understood. Very competitive, very stubborn. And what's the third and fourth thing?
I think this from the history of Georgia, our people all the period they was fighting against someone, and I think this changed character of the Georgian people. And for me, Georgian peoples are real warriors. Let's say like this from the history because of that, and I think it's give us some different fire. Let's say it's in our genetics. Let's say like this. So I think it's working good.
Another connection with Serbia. But okay, we talk a little bit about sports, about your teammates, but tell me more about your life here. So how did you accept this environment? How do you like? Are you a little bit Serbian now after 2 years here?
Znam malo, razumem samo I pričam malo.
Bravo, svaka čast. Možemo da nastavimo onda na srpskom ili ne?
No, it's too much.
Okay, too much.
For now.
Okay.
I hope I will learn better. But life here is, I told you, here I was playing also with my Georgian teammates. So from the beginning for adapting, it helped me a lot. And how I told you, this city is very comfortable for me. Because everything you have so close and it's perfect for training, especially when you have good teammates. You have always some fun, you are always on the coffee and enjoying and spending time with them.
Yeah, I was more thinking about the culture, you know, because when you move, you are embracing the culture of this country. Sometimes you might like it, other times you might not. So I was more asking about this, you know, about the traditions, about the music, I don't know, about the food and those kind of things.
Yes, I like the I like Serbian tradition, sorry. That's why I'm second season here, it's like this. And I like people are so kind, so warm and so friendly here. For example, when you go in some restaurant once, second time you are always brother, like
Yeah, brate.
Like brate moj, this. And especially food is close to Georgian, and I like here. Always I'm saying this car Georgia is my favorite here. And music also, it's specific, little bit. Let's say like this when you can't understand.
Okay.
But I'm enjoying sometimes with my teammate to listen, and it have some vibe. I don't know, like. I have feeling like it's so meaningful all the time, these songs.
And would you like to stay here for longer, to play here for many other years?
How it's going here and how I feel in this city and in this team, of course I would be happy to stay and continue to make some story with Radnički.
Yeah, and we wish you a lot of luck out there to accomplish everything you want. So now to wrap up, we wrap it up in a different way. You know, you have the camera and you can say something to the audience.
Radnički u srcu I idemo napred.